In 1808, amidst the turmoil of war in Portugal, a young British soldier named Harris faced a life and death trial having just joined the army. He was filled with both anticipation and anxiety about the impending conflict that day. He and his battalion marched under the blazing sun, their heavy gear weighing them down. But their hearts burned with the desire for honor. French troops ahead, a sergeant shouted, causing the soldiers' hearts to race. A flicker of fear crossed Harris' mind. But he fought to remain calm. He thought of the tranquility of his hometown and the warmth of his mother's embrace. These thoughts pushed him forward. As the troops approached the battlefield, Harris and his comrades found cover in the trees. They could hear the distant roar of cannon fire, the air thick with tension. Harris gripped his rifle tightly, silently vowing, "I must survive and protect my comrades." The battle began. The French army surged forward like a tidal wave, and Harris' battalion quickly formed ranks. They crouched behind trees, waiting for the enemy to appear. At that moment, Harris spotted his friend Joseph preparing to fire. Suddenly, a bullet whizzed by from the side, striking Joseph in the shoulder. He fell to the ground, pain etched across his face, blood staining the earth. "Joseph!" Harris' heart sank as he rushed towards his friend. He tried to lift Joseph, but despair washed over him at the sight. Joseph's face was pale, his eyes pleading for help. Harris knew he had to make a choice. The battle raged on around them, and he felt the weight of the situation pressing down. "Come on, let us get you out of here," Harris shouted. Despite the terror gripping him, he dragged Joseph away from the chaos, narrowly dodging another bullet that nearly knocked him off balance. Finally, he pulled Joseph to safety behind a tree. But the fight was far from over. The French onslaught intensified, and Harris and his battalion were pushed to their limits. Every shot fired was a struggle for survival. The reality of war hit hard as comrades fell beside him, blood soaking their uniforms. The relentless battle tested their willpower and resilience. As time passed, Harris' battalion began to suffer heavy losses despite the mounting casualties. He refused to give in. He watched as friends fell one by one, their lives extinguished in an instant. Yet, amidst the chaos, a spark of determination ignited within him. With renewed resolve, the commanding officer issued a new order: "We must counterattack." Harris felt a surge of hope. He stood up and rallied his fellow soldiers, shouting, "Don't give up. We can take back this ground." The men regained their spirit, launching a fierce counteroffensive together. They pressed forward, pushing the enemy back. Harris found his rhythm in the fight, his aim growing steadier with each shot. Anger replaced his fear as he fought for every fallen comrade, avenging their sacrifices. In a crucial moment of combat, Harris locked eyes on a French officer. Knowing this man was key to the enemy's coordination, he held his breath, squeezed the trigger, and his bullet found its mark with the officer down. The French lines faltered. After hours of intense fighting, the British forces finally gained the upper hand. Seizing the moment, Harris and his comrades charged forward, driving the enemy away. Cheers erupted on the battlefield, and soldiers embraced, celebrating their hard-won victory. As the dust settled, Harris surveyed the aftermath. The once vibrant landscape was now marred by destruction. The ground littered with fallen comrades. Mixed emotions swirled within him: joy for their victory, sorrow for the lives lost. He searched for survivors, hoping to find familiar faces among the wounded. Although Joseph had been rescued, his injuries were severe, and he required urgent care. Harris felt a pang of guilt mixed with relief. They had survived, but at what cost? The echoes of battle still lingered in the air, a constant reminder of the horrors they had faced. In the days that followed, Harris and his fellow soldiers continued to fight across the war-torn landscape of Portugal. They encountered numerous battles, each one testing their resolve and camaraderie. Through every challenge, Harris grew stronger, learning how to survive amid adversity and how to find hope in despair. Years later, Harris returned to his hometown, forever changed by his experiences. The shadow of war loomed over him, yet he understood that life must go on. He became a local hero, Respected for his bravery and resilience, he shared his story with others, inspiring them with the message that no matter the challenges faced, courage and determination would lead the way. Throughout his journey, Harris transformed from a mere soldier into a man who had endured the crucible of war and learned to cherish life and friendship. His tale would be etched in history, serving as a beacon for future generations no matter the obstacles. He remained steadfast in his belief that true heroes are forged not only in battle, but also in the resilience of everyday life. As time passed, Harris adapted to his new life, finding peace amid the memories of conflict though the scars of war remained. He focused on rebuilding and looking toward the future. He understood that life was not merely about surviving. It was about pursuing dreams and fostering hope. With each passing day, Harris embraced his role as a community leader, guiding others through their struggles. He became a mentor to the youth, sharing wisdom gleaned from his trials. His story resonated with many, reminding them that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the courage to confront it head-on. In this journey from soldier to leader, Harris embodied the spirit of perseverance. He knew that the lessons learned on the battlefield would shape his character for years to come. As he looked toward the horizon, he felt a sense of purpose, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Ultimately, Harris's saga became a testament to the enduring human spirit, illustrating that even in the darkest times, hope can flourish. He carried the memories of his fallen comrades with him, honoring their sacrifices by living a life full of meaning and courage. His path was not easy, but Harris had emerged from the fires of war with a profound understanding of life as fragility and beauty. He continued to inspire those around him, proving that the legacy of a true hero lies in their ability to uplift others and foster resilience in the face of adversity.